Warning: the following video is not suitable for children under the age of 13. This video has been produced for an adult, collector audience. If you are under the age of 13, this video is inappropriate for viewing. Viewer discretion is advised.
How about that copper warning, huh? Woo! YouTube purposely sells targeted ads to children, and then they get caught with their hand in the cookie jar, and then you and I have to pay for it. Hashtag broadcast yourself. YouTube is a cesspool, and it has been for a while, but it's getting pretty shitty now, I think. So, you'll see that in front of pretty much all of my videos now, because I don't want to get sued. So this video is obviously about Star Wars and Disney World. Two things that could, to the layman, be defined as for children. This is an adult collector's perspective on Star Wars merchandise from Disney World. This is not intended for children. I'm an adult collector. I bought this as a collectible item, and that's what I'm talking about it as. So this is not for kids. Not for kids! The warning was for real this time and every time. So, without further ado, let's talk about my lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge in Disney World, the Florida one. I did not go. I didn't even leave the state of Tennessee to get this. Some of my coworkers and very, very good friends went to Disney World after Thanksgiving, and I asked them if I could pay them to build me a lightsaber while they were there. And they said, well, that's perfect, because we want to build one, but we don't want to pay for it. So if you pay us, it's a win-win situation. So I paid for it, and they built it, and here it is. So I sent them with blueprints and everything, and so they built it exactly as I would have had I been there. I just wasn't there in person. So I've seen the show and the experience that goes along with building this lightsaber. I've seen it like 5 times on YouTube, to the point where I could probably quote a good portion of it. So I don't really feel like I was missing out on anything from not going and not building it myself. Having spent $215 for just the lightsaber, I'll go ahead and tell you now, it feels totally worth it. I don't feel like I missed out on anything. I've been playing with this thing non-stop. So for the money, it's great on its own, and the experience is just all that on top of it. When I go to Disney in June, I'm going to build a second one just to see if maybe it's worth a little bit extra doing it in person. But I'm really happy with this one, and I'm super glad that I got this deal arranged. So moving forward, everything I'm talking about is somebody who was literally just brought this lightsaber. I paid for it, and they brought it back to me, and they said, here you go. So I didn't even go to Disney for this. So keep that in mind. So I chose the Peace and Justice lightsaber part suite, and I will incorporate some really cool B-roll right here. But I did the Peace and Justice one, which is the like the Empire Saga style Jedi lightsabers. So this is not really directly inspired by anybody. It's just a bunch of random parts that I thought looked good together. A lot of people say it looks like a little bit of Luke and a little bit of Obi-Wan, but I just picked pieces that I thought would look good and put them together. You do get this nifty little pin that shows everybody which part suite you chose, and there are obviously 4 options. So there's this one, which is the Empire era Jedi, and then there's Power and Control, which is Empire era Sith, and then there's Protection and Defense, which is the Old Republic style lightsabers, and then there's Elemental and Nature, which obviously is elements and nature. There's really not a lot going on there that I need to explain. But the point is, they're all built around the exact same body. So there are 5 pieces that make up the outer part of this lightsaber, the actual customizable part. So, and they're all twist-on. And these are made of metal, and they're very heavy. This hilt itself is easily 10 pounds, so it's super heavy. I've not officially weighed it, but it feels like 10 pounds. So there's my emitter, which you choose one of 2 of. Then I've got a sleeve, which you can choose 2 of 4. And this is the pommel, or an end cap, whatever. You get to choose one of 2. Then here's my second sleeve. And then there's a switch, which is, you get to choose one of 2. So, I chose from a part bucket of 10 different components. And I chose 5 of them in a specific order to put together. But the core of the lightsaber is pretty much, it's just plastic. I mean, it's really nothing to write home about. But the cool part is, this center chamber here is the Kyber Crystal chamber. And if you guys don't know anything about Star Wars, people have explained it far better than I can about what Kyber Crystals are and what they mean by specific colors. So for example, I've got a blue Kyber Crystal right here. I actually have all the other ones as well that are offered. So you put the Kyber Crystal in the middle, and it makes a super cool noise. So now my crystal's installed. So you can see the crystal is glowing, itself is glowing, and then the lights up here are blinking blue. So whatever of these colors I decide to put in, there's blue, green, violet, red, yellow, and white. And whichever of those colors I put in, it will glow that color and these lights will blink that color. And then the blade will illuminate in this color, and there will be specific sounds for each of the different crystals. So they all look different and they all sound different depending on which crystal you have in here, which makes the playability of this thing incredible. I don't spend most of my time swinging this around. I spend most of my time swapping out crystals and just playing with the different colors. So the switch goes on here, and all this, like I said, all this is metal. It's super nice. It's super durable. Like I put it, like I can't tell you how many times I've put it together and taken it apart over the last few days. But you just kind of twist it all on here. Make sure it's all on there tight. And once it's on there, you're good to go. And it's making a sparky noise because I don't have a blade in here. Now if you've got the blade in, it's going to function. If you've got the blade in and you don't have a crystal in there, it's going to make that noise. So it checks that a blade is installed and that a crystal is installed. And if it doesn't have both of those things, you get this failure noise. So super cool. It's a good way of letting you know something's wrong that's not like detrimental. So the blade is obviously removable. So you can install it, and you push it in and you twist it and it locks into place. And as you do that, there's going to be a nifty little noise that the hilt makes as you install the blade. Okay, so now my blade's installed. And now it works. So it is super cool. I really, really enjoy it. And at the end of the video, and obviously you can take it back out for storage if you just want to play with the hilt, because obviously you just want to play with the hilt every now and then. It's super cool. At the end of the video, I'm going to show all the different crystals in the dark with the sounds and everything, so you can do that. At the end, I'll put a timestamp of just, if you want to see what the colors look like and sound like, that's where you can go. But for now, we'll just continue to talk about this. This is great. Like all the system, the entire play pattern, the way it's built, the way you can customize it, the way you put it together, the way you can take the blade out, all of this is fantastic. And I paid $215 for this, and then an additional $90 for all the other crystals. And I feel like it was completely worth it without even leaving my house to go to Disneyland. So like if you go and you do it and you do the show, I think that's just all the more worth it. So as somebody who didn't go do that, who just paid for this to be built for them and brought back, I am over the moon happy. So super, 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 super cool. So I actually built this this lightsaber stand here. It's 3D printed. It mirrors the building cradle that is at Disneyland. So I've got this setup that I'm making. So anyway, but I've got all the crystals. Like I said, I've got blue, green, violet, yellow, white, and red. And I'm missing a black one, but the black ones are really rare to find, so maybe one day. I'm not going to pay $400 on eBay for them. Just not going to do it. But yeah, so all the crystals are cool. All the crystals will go into the lightsaber. You just swap them out. It's super simple. To swap it out, you don't have to take the whole thing apart. You just twist this a little bit, twist the bottom a little bit, and then the switch comes apart. And there's my crystal. So I can access that without taking the whole darn thing apart, which is super great. And it's as easy as that. That's all it takes to swap out a crystal. So super customizable, even after you've built it. Big, big fan. I'm over the moon happy. This is worth every penny. I am impressed with the quality. This is like beyond a souvenir for me. This is insane. So this feels like a prop. So if you go to Galaxy's Edge and you're a Star Wars fan, if you do not build a lightsaber, you will be missing out. I don't think the droid building experience has anything on this. And I don't think that the other, like the blue milk and the cantina, I don't think any of that is going to have anything on not only the experience that you're going to get, but also the souvenir that you'll get to take home and play with forever. Because I missed out on the whole experience, and I'm still super happy with the toy. So I love it, and I will build another one. And when I go back, I'm going to build the Power and Control, the Sith one, is what I'm going to build. I'm going to get a second one, obviously. So if that tells you anything about how I feel about this, I'm going to build a second one. I'm going to pay that money again and do it again. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm a big fan. And now let's see all the colors. This is the blue Kyber Crystal. This is the green Kyber Crystal. This is the violet Kyber Crystal. This is the yellow Kyber Crystal. This is the white Kyber Crystal. And finally, this is the red Kyber Crystal. yes, as you could see, all the crystals, not only do they obviously light up different colors, they make different sounds, they make different hums, they make different clash noises. The ignition and the shut-off are different sounds and lengths of time. Like the yellow crystal and the white crystal ignite faster than the red crystal. So there's just a lot of variation going on here, and there's a lot of customization to be done. And I am over the moon happy. The only thing that I could notice is that there's a little bit of a lag between the clash and the hit on the blade, but the clash sensor is in the base here. Because the blade is removable, there's no sensor in this area. So you have to really smack it to get it to register that there's a hit. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'll trade that for a removable blade any day. So, I mean, and I'm not going to be smacking the crap out of it either. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not really that upset about it. It's just something that I noticed. I'm super happy, and I would recommend anybody who's in Galaxy's Edge to go to Savi's and build you a piece of scrap metal, because it's worth every freaking penny. It is. So, thanks for watching. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and here's to a good rest of the holiday break. Hopefully you don't have Kappa jump down your throat, but here's hoping. I mean, everybody just hang in there. That's the only advice I can give. So, just hang in there. Hopefully no one gets sued. But I've got a lightsaber, so what are they going to do? I mean, I'm a Jedi, so.